I ask for the truth on behalf of Joe Hardy concerning if is she doing the right thing by moving, and will Brian approve? I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we just cut the fortune cards for you there, Gill, and we'll just move cards to the side here, and then we'll deal out three cards. This question, of course, was asked in the comments, and normally don't sort of feel drawn to the comments normally. Because I turn the comments off mainly to prevent trolls and other undesirables from using the comments as a quick way of posting something undesirable without having to have it sort of approved in the main post thing, as you would say on the Facebook thing there. So that's why we turn the comments off. It's just to prevent. It's not to sort of suppress how people feel or anything like that. It's literally to stop people annoying each other and getting at one another and things. But because I'd left the comments open, maybe just so it would bump itself to the top, the thing that I'd posted, so it would bump itself automatically to the top because I knew people would do that, then maybe that's the reason that's there. But either way, I just felt drawn to, I just thought I'd go through the comments anyway just to see, and we just felt drawn to this one. So what we'll deal out these three cards, the beginning, the middle and end thing, the past, the present and the future, and we're dealing with these fortune cards. We're not nothing too fancy, but we just want to know if are you doing the right thing by moving, and will Brian approve? Of course, we don't know who this Brian is. I don't know if it's a loved one in spirit or what. I get a feeling it's a loved one in spirit, like a dead relative or something, but it could also be somebody in a relationship. Yes, we sort of, it does help to name the person you want to communicate with, but it does help if we know whereabouts they are. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's just see what's been going on in the recent past. Let's just see what's been vibrating there, see what's been going on. Yes, the energy of fire, the element of fire. The star signs, of course, are Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, aren't they? Your fire signs. And of course, this tends to focus on just recently that reckless actions led to some form of conflict. I don't know if there's been an argument, a dispute or whatever it may be. It could be a neighbourhood thing, or a neighbour dispute or something like that. It could be a relative dispute, could be any sort of thing, but something that somebody's done, as you could say, has led to conflict. And of course this could be the reason why you're moving, or wanting to move. Are you doing the right thing by, I nearly said by running away? Because if there's a problem, problems exist to be solved normally, don't they? By running away from them or going on holiday thinking your problems, when you go on vacation, put the problems behind us and pack up our troubles in an old kit bag, or what you want to say, and go on holiday, go on a vacation. But when you come back, the troubles are still there. It just means you've packed them up for a few weeks until you go back. But then in this case, can you move away from it, or is the problem still? The problem will still be there if you come back to where you're moving from, as you would say. I want to just see what's going on here now. Let's just pull flip this card here. You've got the golem there. The golem just indicating really that that for you right now a close friend acts on your behalf. maybe because of what's happened, either if it's something you've done, something reckless on your behalf and it's led to conflict, or something reckless on whoever it is that's done something wrong or carelessly, as you say, has done something in that sort of department. Nevertheless, there's a close friend there now who's prepared to put in a good word for you, help you out even, of course, and see if that works. I don't know. Maybe it's not so much what you know, but who you know right now. And this close friend will try and help you out. What happens though? Do you get the help that maybe you feel you deserve, or do things get healed? Certainly you've got the king in the royal court there, the king indicating the authority and diplomacy that's going to be needed in the immediate future. Either you having to not dish out your authority, but certainly gain authority over the situation. Maybe have to empower yourself to actually make that decision. If it's to do with moving, of course, then have the authority to make that. Have the power to be empowered to make that decision. Maybe it's because the authority is in your hands. It's what you say goes, in the sense of, if you want to move, of course, it is your decision. But nevertheless, the diplomacy comes, and you've got to be reasonable about where you want to move to, or when you want to move, or why you want to move, of course. If it's a case of where you have to give a reason why you want to move, otherwise we won't let you go. Maybe it's like, if say you were renting a property or something like that, and you had to swap with somebody else. Well, why do you want to leave and move to there or whatever? Well, because tra-la-la-la-la, whatever. Well, that's not a good enough reason. Maybe that's not a good enough reason, because if it's trouble with the neighbours and you're the one who's caused it, then you're just going to cause trouble with neighbours elsewhere, and we don't want that. Whereas it could be, you know, in the sense that you just got to become empowered and give yourself the authority to do that. Will Brian be pleased? If Brian is in the Summerlands, if Brian is in spirit, then maybe Brian is helping you now. Maybe this close friend Brian is the one who's helping you. He's there in spirit helping you. Maybe he's the close friend who's helping you through necromancy or something like that, through the magic that's been provided there. Of course, if Brian is very much alive, then nevertheless that can still be Brian, can't it? Either way, dead or alive, you don't get out. You don't get out of this one. But laughing and joking apart, though, whatever's happened just recently over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, something has happened. Something's been done, in the sense where a close friend has had to come in to help you, whoever it be, which very soon, between now and the end of the year, you'd say now and this sort of like 8th, 10th of December-ish sort of time, you will be having to do that. I just want to take a look here at the almanac, as I've got sort of roughly mapped out here, and of course the full moon is on the 4th, of course. Yes, we had a death on the 4th, so that didn't help much, did it, on the Saturday? But the last quarter, of course, is on the 10th, which the last quarter moon, of course, is an opportunity to banish. So maybe having the sort of like the authority to banish, clear out the clutter, ready for the new moon on the 18th of November. Maybe that will help you as well. So there's two ways of doing that, isn't there? And I can just kill two birds. I can just kill two birds with one stone there, just by amending this document. Just put the I don't know, just put the 10th, put 1 and 0 in there, and then that amends that document and brings that up to date, doesn't it? So there you go. Job's a good one. So I've killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's hope you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here as well, in the sense of just having the authority, but nevertheless being reasonable at the same time, of course, with the diplomacy. If you have a responsibility. The king in the royal court there is obviously sometimes a man, isn't it? It can symbolise a person, and if there is a man in your life or something, maybe if that's Brian or something, maybe if it's a relationship thing, then of course I don't know. Doesn't seem too clear, but I somehow get it's somebody in the Summerlands. Don't know why. I could be wrong. I hope I am, really, in a way, because it means that we're all still alive, unlike everybody who keeps dying around here. But nevertheless, they just move on, don't they, to somewhere else. I've done this with the cards because I want to pull out another card. I want to just get like an evaluation report, or like just what may happen after that, so to speak. A bit of an overview. I suppose we're cheating, really, aren't we, in a way? But let's just pull that out there just to see. Yes, a touch of darkness ahead, I suppose. The hand of fate. Just really saying you must accept that, I suppose, to some degree, that forces beyond your control intervene. So for as much as you can give yourself the authority, you can give yourself the power to do that and make that decision. Nevertheless, this man who also the king there, he's there, this man in your life or whatever, or somebody who's got influence in your life, of course, for as much as he can be there to help you even, maybe. Nevertheless, there are forces beyond your control that do sometimes work. Not, yes, it can be perceived as working against you, but not always. It can be forces intervening to protect you, not just to guide you, but to protect you, to prevent bad from happening. Well, maybe a bit like how God won't allow certain things, he won't allow you to suffer too much, no more than you can bear, as they sometimes say in some religions. But in this case, maybe the God's spirit, whoever it is, just won't allow this to go on too long or too intensely, that to a point where it'll destroy you. Maybe that's the force that intervenes, that, well, okay, it's gone on for so long, maybe it's time that we got involved here. Spirit says maybe it's time we got involved and just helped this on its way a bit. Is moving the right thing? That's up to you, I suppose, to decide that. But given the reckless actions that have taken place, given whatever's happened, whatever somebody's done just recently, then of course somebody's there nevertheless, sort of helping you, assisting you in some way. Maybe, as I say, putting a good word in for you or whatever. But whoever this is, the king can, of course, indicate your authority over the situation, but I somehow feel it's a person, a man or somebody there who's there to try and bring things under control. It could just simply be a male lawyer, solicitor, or it could be just somebody in officialdom who has the power to get the ball rolling, and this is when forces beyond your control work in your... I somehow feel they're working in your favour and intervening to make sure that too much bad doesn't get in the way and that you're protected. The hand of fate. Remember, is it the hand of fate or the hand of destiny? This is... it depends how you perceive that, doesn't it, really? Fate just seems to indicate as though you're doomed, in the sense you're judged. Things are going to happen, and whatever happens, you've got no power over it. But because it hasn't happened yet, you do have power over it, don't you there, Gill? So it means that you can, maybe spirit will give you that power. I will hand you the power if you get the pun. So with that, I think, for now, And with these cards for you, Gill, have spoken.